What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and in today's YouTube video, I'll be telling you everything you need to know about the upcoming Modifier Madness event that is going to be going on in Fortnite Reload. Now, I do want to start off this video by saying that even though there's going to be a lot of modifiers we talk about in this video, none of them are actually going to affect ranked mode. So if you're someone who plays ranked Reload, you don't have to worry about these modifiers at all, and if you're someone who doesn't like a specific modifier when it goes live, you can just go ahead and I guess play ranked mode for a little bit until that modifier is gone. Without further ado, however, let's go ahead and pop the image up on screen over on the right side right now, where you can see the 3 different modifiers that are going to be going on. From November 15th to the 18th, Oasis is going to be having the non-stop storm modifier, which means that the entire time during Oasis, the storm is going to be moving. There will not be a pause in between storms. You know, there is a chance that there's a pause at the very start before the first storm forms, but it doesn't appear like there's going to be that many pauses at all, and instead you're going to be constantly moving around because the storm will be constantly moving around. Another way I could see them doing that one, for example, is going ahead and being like, hey, you know, this is going to work like Team Rumble, or I guess Respawn Rumble, or whatever you want to call that mode, where the storm just constantly closes in from the start of the match as the match goes on until it gets to the smallest it can possibly be, you know, until it gets to that area where it's like, hey, this is a fully closed in storm. From November 18th to the 21st, Slurp Rush is going to be having the flooded modifier, also known as the overflooded slurp modifier, where a lot of the map is just going to kind of have more water up in the air, right? You know, it's not going to be insanely flooded like back when we had the flooded season in Fortnite, but there is still going to be a decent amount of flooding going on in the island during that time, you know, in order to kind of have a whole entire slurp madness modifier enabled in the game. Now, in the actual mini-map image that we've seen of this modifier, it doesn't appear like it's going to be slurp water, despite the fact that, you know, the icon is slurp water, so there's a chance that it still gives you the health regen, and there's also a chance that it doesn't actually give you that regen at all, but just keep that in mind as we get closer to that modifier from the 18th to the 21st. And then from the 21st to the 25th, and I just realized that as you guys are watching this video, this has kind of gone live this morning, we're going to, or I guess, you know, the first part, you know, the non-stop storm and Oasis, but from the 21st to the 25th of November, the Venture map, aka the Fortnite OG Reload map, you know, the first map we actually got in Reload, is going to be having a Floor is Lava modifier enabled, meaning if you're someone who likes playing Floor is Lava, then hey, this is the perfect time to hop on in, because Venture will have Floor is Lava active all the time if you're playing in the non-competitive modes. Like if you play in the non-ranked mode, you'll be able to actually go ahead and enjoy Floor is Lava. And then from the, how did I not grab that? But anyways, from the 25th to the 29th, all 3 modifiers will be enabled at the same time, meaning Oasis with non-stop storms, meaning Slurp Rush with the overflooded slurp mini modifier, meaning Venture with the Floor is Lava modifier, all enabled at the same time in the kind of normal rotation we've seen before. It's uncertain as of right now if the rotation is going to be disabled when they actually enable all these modifiers in the game, or if they're going to kind of have the rotation still there and it's just going to be like a, hey, if this map is the current one in the next, like, you know, 30-minute rotation or whatever else, it will have this modifier enabled. But we do know that they're going to at least have a modified name that shows up in the main menu, so you know what you're about to queue into, and you're not thinking you're just going to queue into a normal match of Venture or anything like that. You know you're going to be queuing into a modified version of that actual mode. But it is interesting to see all these changes come out, and it is interesting to see them doing more modifier weekly things going on in all of the modes. Originally started, I guess you would say, by Blitz Royale, unless you want to go all the way Fortnite OG mode and talk about Wild Weeks in Fortnite Battle Royale, but we've started seeing them do more and more of these, where it's either for one weekend or 1 week alone. So I'd love to hear in the comments down below, what do you think about these modifiers for Fortnite Reload? What do you think about it only being for the core modes and not for the actual ranked modes of Reload? And what do you hope they end up changing or doing in the future? Do you hope we get more modifiers in other modes? Or do you think that, you know, they should just kind of do this every once in a while for Reload or Blitz or whatever else, because it isn't that harmful, but it is a cool way to kind of shake up the gameplay and add a little bit of freshness while everyone's kind of, you know, experiencing the same map and there isn't any new maps in that actual rotation. With that said, however, I hope you champs and champettes enjoyed today's short little video. If you did, consider subscribing and support the content I create, and I will catch you guys next time with another upload. So until then, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it. If I didn't already say that, I might have just blanked out on saying that, to be completely honest, but I'll catch you champs and champettes tomorrow with another upload. So until then, peace out.